It Takes Two is a 2021 platform adventure game created purely for co-op. It was developed by Hazelight Studios and published by Electronic Arts. I've played many co-op games in my life, and this is hands down one of the most creative and fun co-op experience I've ever had. It Takes Two is an innovative adventure where every level has a different theme filled with surprises and keeps getting better. The story's main characters, Cody and May, are going through a divorce. Their minds are magically transported into two dolls, which their daughter, Rose, made to represent them. Cody and May are reluctantly challenged with saving their fractured relationship by the self-proclaimed love guru book, Dr. Hakim, who tells Cody and May that he has been given the job of fixing their relationship as they try to reach Rose and get back into their bodies. They embark on a wild journey that takes them through a variety of mind-blowing dreamscapes. Gradually, Cody and May are reminded of the happy memories they had together, as well as what originally attracted them together and get married. They learn to work together to move forward in their voyage. This is a light-hearted and inspiring story of a once sweet couple facing the challenges in getting along, learning to overcome their differences. It is an adventure that all couples players can enjoy, treasure together, and learn a great deal from. Spoiler alert. Without diving deeper into the story, in this video I will discuss the 4 relationship lessons I learned from It Takes Two, and reflect on how these lessons apply to my own life. If you like the idea of learning self-help life lessons in video games, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.
You know, self-help books are very important to some people, okay?
Lesson number 1. Love is work. It Takes Two is a story of a couple on the brink of divorce and their journey to rediscover their love for each other. The game designer has crafted 7 distinct chapters: the shed, the tree, Rose's room, the cuckoo clock, snow globe, the garden, and the attic. These chapters are carefully set around the protagonist's residence and objects that hold great significance in their life. Each chapter corresponds to a critical phase in the couple's relationship. The game's 2-player co-op gameplay aligns seamlessly with the storytelling. Every action and level completion are focused on rebuilding trust and collaboration between the 2 characters. The game requires 2 players to work closely together, communicate effectively, and rely on each other's strengths to progress through the game, reinforcing the significance of teamwork and collaboration in relationships.
Because you two must learn collaboration.
That's not our strong point.
Aha! You know, collaboration is the key to a successful relationship. Huh? Collaboration!
Dr. Hakim is the true star of the game. He takes the form of an annoying relationship therapy book that continually interferes with Cody and May's attempt to reach Rose, often putting obstacles and tests in their way to force them to collaborate to progress.
There are no relationships without challenges. Challenges make you grow.
What is it with you? Can't you just leave us alone?
Well, when you're willing to face a challenge, you always learn something new.
In Dr. Hakim's Book of Love, one of the chapters is titled Love is Work. I'm a lucky man to have been married for almost 8 years and was able to play this game on the couch with my wife. This gaming experience means a lot to me as it gave me the opportunity to share the joy of gaming with someone I love. Even she's not a gamer and easily got frustrated with annoying boss fights, we still endured the challenges together through to the end and had a ton of fun throughout the game. Marriage is a long voyage that will promote the spiritual growth of the couple. It requires selfless sacrifice to each other. The first lesson from Dr. Hakim, love is work, rings true to me, and the lessons I learned in this game also applies to my life. Throughout the years of my relationship, I learned it is important to not take each other for granted and requires a great deal of work and effort to maintain our love. To keep having faith that as long as we are working together on the same team, we will find our way out of the dead-end world to the fast lane of freedom eventually.
Where there is love, no distance is too far.
Oh, shut up and just throw us the rope.
It is through this process of continuously overcoming challenges that makes the couple mature and become more loving to each other. I still have a lot to work on to become a better man and a better version of myself. I find the difficulty I struggle with the most in my work of love is to think less of myself, of my own selfish needs and desires. I have an obsessive tendency to be attached to things and sometimes sweat the small stuff easily. My wife has a gentle and simple nature, so it's natural for her to think more of me than herself. This is what I must practice to be more giving and more willing to sacrifice my own needs for her. I also need to work on having a more positive mindset and self-image, because this not only will strengthen our relationship, it will also help us get unstuck from the status quo and move higher. As Dr. Hakim wisely said,
Stuckness is a mental construct. If you stare at the closed door, you will miss the one that's open.
since love is work, the opposite is also true. Work is love. I'll cover more about this in Lesson 4. Dr. Hakim's exclusively arranged a private therapy session for Cody and May and teaches them the following 3 lessons about time, attraction, and passion. I will reflect on how his philosophy applied to my relationship. Lesson number 2. Treasure time.
No, we're not a team and we don't have time for this.
Time. Good, man. That will be our first topic. Aha! Now, do you give each other enough time?
Okay, you know what? We don't. Yeah, because she is never at home.
Excuse me? I'm working for both of us. I can't be in 2 places at the same time, can I? Oh, unless you want me to clone myself.
Clone yourself? Oh, please, don't be ridiculous.
You think time is limitless. That's ridiculous. You have no sense of time.
Aha! Cloning and no sense of time. Good insights. We're making progress already.
The Cuckoo Clock is one of the most mind-blowingly creative levels in video games. Cody and May were given the power to bend time to their will, to clone herself and reverse the flow of time. They scaled hundreds of gears with an urgency to win back the time that is against them. When Cody is controlling the flow of time to get the right moment for May's clone to do her part, it made them realize that actually they should make use of the time to spend it on the things that are important to each other, to sacrifice your time to meet your partner's needs. I totally agree with Dr. Hakim's comments about time, that most people tend to live and act as if time is limitless. We can achieve so much more if we make the most of our time. Time is not only the most valuable resource that is not renewable. Time is the substance of life. If we only have 6 months to live, is that going to change the way we spend our time? I bet we will suddenly start living with a sense of urgency and start racing against the clock and spend time on what's important to us. Most popular video games feel like a waste of time to play and just mindless entertainment. But some great games, like It Takes Two, are thought-provoking and can leave a life-changing perspective on the player. After playing this chapter, it dawned on me that I haven't been giving my wife enough time and presence. I realized I'm not so different from May, working more than 6 days a week to pay the bills and mortgage. I would get home late in the evening several nights a week. Only Sundays left to do the chores that we have to do. Recharge, get ready for the work week again, rinse and repeat.
If I lost my job, we'd lose everything.
Okay. But when you're never around, you lose us.
Unfortunately, in real life, we don't have the power to turn back time. Life is a one-way journey. We can only try to live as best as we could in the present now.
Don't stress me. Time is an illusion. There's only now. Yeah. Can't you feel it? There's nothing else than now. Everything happens now. Now. Can you feel it?
Oh, yeah, I can feel it. You are very annoying.
Right now. Now.
We all have 24 hours a day, wealthy or poor. Time is shared equally among us. Remind yourself your free time is not really free. It's bought and paid for by your time spent on work. So for me, the true value of money is not to buy luxury things, but to use money to buy free time. From now on, let us all make the most of our free time. We can experience a lot more love and fulfillment if we are intentional and present in the now. Stay focused and be right here with your loved one. Without being distracted, pay full attention to every little thing you share with each other. With consistent practice, eventually we can become more relaxed and efficient at getting things done and how we spend our time. If you only have an hour each day for your partner, give your full presence and the quality of time will be all the more satisfying and valuable.
Oh, Fancy seeing you again.
Well, I thought I'd make time for you.
Lesson number 3. Don't worry about money. Use it to raise attraction.
What else besides love makes couples stay together?
Mortgage.
Kids.
No! Attraction! Ta-da! It pulls people together.
We don't need attraction. We're getting divorced.
Aha! That's because you lost it. But don't worry. I'll help you find attraction again. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding.
The Snow Globe is my favorite chapter in It Takes Two. The place is so magical and sublime. It reminds me of the old days of playing Borderlands 2 with my best buddy. Cody and May were thrown into the snow globe they bought as a souvenir from their honeymoon. It reminded them of the sweet memories they spent here together, a place where Cody proposes to May, a point they made the decision to be with someone special for the rest of their lives. This chapter uses magnets to represent the symbol of attraction. One end pushes and pulls from the magnetic reaction that was scattered around the place. They ski down the snow mountain with exhilarating speed and flying boost given by their magnetic power. The fun factor of this level is real steep. While they sat on the cable car, Cody and May reflected on the gradual decline of attraction in their relationship and wondered why.
You know, we haven't been on vacation since Rose was born.
Really? Has it been that long?
Yep. Like, why did we stop going skiing?
Well, Rose was born, and then the bills piled up.
Yeah, I guess.
Their reflection made me think that having the right psychology and mindset about money is critical to maintain a couple's sweetness and attraction. Money has the mysterious power to control our emotions and create worries and obsession. Money breaks up marriages and as well as lifelong friendships. We tend to still sweat about money, no matter how much we already have. Not unlike Cody and May, me and my wife have been focusing on saving money to pay for the mortgage. Even we don't yet have any kids, the responsibilities are high and we feel the financial pressure. We hardly traveled for any vacation in the early years of our marriage and only traveled to Japan this year. That was the sweetest time of our life and it was totally worth it. Remember, we will all die and the money in the bank account that we saved so hard for will be useless and means nothing on our deathbed. It is okay to die with zero. Won't you regret having many zeros in your bank account but not having lived fully? It represents missed opportunities that we could have enjoyed and contributed in the world when we are alive. Invest in creating beautiful memories that we can cherish for the rest of our life. When we are still young and have the energy to raise attraction, always have faith in our ability and creativity that money will keep flowing in abundance. Trust that if we keep giving, we will always receive, because money or currency means circulation. The truth is we can always make more money, but sweet time is scarce. So don't be enslaved by money. It is not true wealth, but merely a symbol and measure of wealth. True wealth is in ideas, a disciplined mind, and ability to turn our ideas into reality. This point is the hardest for me, as I also tend to be frugal with money. I need to practice being more generous with money and more willing to spend it to create new sparks in our relationship. The attraction factor will lower when a couple have been married for years and if they take each other for granted. The core foundation beneath attraction must be trust. Staying faithful and truthful to each other will help keep the bond tight and resist the temptations and distractions that we are bombarded with every day. By focusing on our passion and purpose, this will help us stay off the treasonous choices that could destroy a relationship during unavoidable times of boredom. Lesson number 4. Don't let your music die within you.
You find your purpose in life through passion.
Passion? Again?
That was Cody's passion. Now it's time to find yours.
Mine? I don't have one.
Everyone has a passion for something.
She does, yeah. Singing.
Oh, come on, Cody.
What? I miss hearing you sing. It was nice. I don't know why you don't do it anymore.
I grew up. You can't pay the bills with singing.
That doesn't mean you have to give it up.
Cody's right. When you give up your passion, you give up part of yourself. May, it's time for you to find it again. Come on.
Cody and May were going through a major relationship crisis, And this advice about finding passion and reigniting their love, not just for each other, but passion of pursuing what they love to do, might seem not so directly helpful to their relationship. But as always, Dr. Hakim's words are the truth. Being in a marriage does not mean that we should stop doing or give up on what we are passionate about. Being passionate about something you love literally makes you glow with an aura of positive energy and charm that attracts all sorts of good luck and sustain the affection with each other. But if you give up your passion, you give up on a part of yourself. You also risk losing the passion for each other along the way. Cody expressed to Dr. Hakim that May wasn't being supportive and didn't encourage his passion, and that's why he has abandoned gardening.
And May, this time you will encourage and support his passion. Yeah.
They were brought to his world of gardening with the mission to kill all pests and weeds that was infecting his garden by fighting the creatures that were in their way. With the help and support from May, his garden came back to life and the first flower that he planted blooms again. May has her own voice too. We explore on her passion for singing after Cody encouraged her not to give up. She thought that pursuing her passion of singing is immature and will not bring them the financial security like her current career in engineering. She chose to let go of singing to focus on her work. They were brought into the realm of musical heaven to explore the music within her heart. May had to gather all the courage to put on the show of her life. It takes hard work and sacrifice to achieve what we are passionate on, but in the end, it will be all worth the risk. This is quite relatable to us. We sometimes put our passion on hold for something that brings us security and not happiness. But security is an illusion. Ask yourself, how safe is it really, spending your time working in a secure job you hate? To live a life worth living, we must let go of security and take risk. It was said the best way to be safe is never to be secure.
When something dies, something new can be born.
When true passion is abandoned, we tend to get bogged down with the petty things or develop some sort of addiction. And some people are addicted to creating drama their whole life to fill their emptiness. I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother had a very aggressive personality, and she was always creating drama in the family and abused my grandpa.
The love of his life. Second to Grandma.
They were the sweetest couple.
Yeah, I miss him. Grandpa, you can hear me?
But when she's singing on the piano, she became a totally different person and a happy old lady. She's the one who forced me and my brother to learn and play the piano, and I'm still grateful to her for this. Imagine how much happier Cody and May would be if they didn't give up on their passion on gardening and singing. They would be living a more meaningful and fulfilled life. Maybe they won't even consider a divorce. It is so important to have a supportive spouse who believes in your dream. It can be a dream killer when the partner you love doesn't get how important your passion is to you. I'm so lucky to have a supportive wife that would love to see me succeed on my passion. This lesson struck me hard and made me realize I must keep creating and growing this channel and keep playing the piano because no one can stop me from chasing my dream except my weak self. Coming back to my first point, love is work and work is love. When I'm focused on passion, all distractions fall away and the work is infused with love. There is no time and mental energy to waste on things not related to my goal. Identify your calling and pursue with all your might. There is a famous saying, there are two mistakes one can make along the road to truth: not going all the way and not starting. Just start and take action today towards your dream and go all the way. When something is important to you, you will face extra resistance, procrastination, self-doubt, and negative thoughts will come in and try to stop you from action. Turn this into your guidance. The more resistance you face, the more important your dream means to you. Whether that's a business, playing an instrument, or a gaming channel you wish to start, this could be what you're born to do. Don't let the music die within you. You can only discover who you are by realizing your true potential. Take a small step towards your better self right now. Once momentum is gained, there is no turning back. You are on the path to create the symphony of your life. Love is the greatest power, and wish you all best of luck finding someone or something you love. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take the first step and start on your creative journey, knowing that success and money will follow, but they cannot be chased.
Love heals all. Adios!
It Takes Two really resonated with me on a deep level. It's like going through our first couples therapy with this crazy, obscene but passionate self-help love guru. It made me realize that the daily challenges we face in our marriage are not barriers, but the obstacles become the way to strengthen our relationship and help us understand more about each other. It was a blessing to be able to play through this game of love together to spice up our relationship and give us the opportunity to think about these lessons and how they apply in our life.
Sometimes you can find real treasures in the trash.